Hello YouTube, I just wanted to make a little video today on my SKS. It is a Yugoslavian. For those of you who don't know, it shoots a 7.62 by 39 millimeter round. Looks a little something like this. And this particular SKS, I have a Tapco stock and Tapco magazine on it. I also have a side rail mount, which I wanted to explain a little bit more about. Not a lot of people seem to cover how exactly you install the mount. They have a lot of universal mounts that they make for the SKS and the AK-47 series, but none of them really have directions with them when you get them. So I'm just going to explain a little bit about how to go about that. The mount that I bought is a UTG, and you can find them on just about any website. Most of the stuff I go to cheaper than dirt for, and they actually have a lot of good stuff there, and it's not too pricey. So I'll show you real quick. The weapon is unloaded. I wanted to show you. Chamber's clear. Now this is the mount itself. Now this mount actually has 3 Allen screws, and basically what you do is this will slide right onto your mount, and right here runs along these rails, and when you tighten up the Allen screws, it basically crimps down the space here, so you don't have any looseness or vibration. Now on the rifle itself, this is the actual mount itself that had to go on the side. Now I actually had to modify my stock. As you can see here, I had to cut down and through to make room for this mount to fit there. So you might want to make note of that. When you do get a mount, you actually have to line it up and cut out a piece of your stock to get it to fit. Now I'll disassemble this real quick and show you what the inside looks like. I had to do modifications on that as well. Now on the inside of here, as you can see right through here, I actually had to drill and tap the receiver itself, and you can see the screws sticking out right there. Now this actually runs along the same line that the action runs along, so I actually had to trim these screws in here to get the action to function. Now basically I had to buy a tapping kit and a drill kit for this, and I bought titanium drill bits, which is the recommended for drilling through steel of this grade. And the tapping kit I bought is right over here. It's just a cheap Irwin tapping kit, and it comes with all different sizes. Now, basically what you do, you drill your holes in the receiver where you line them up where these screws are at, and then you'd have to tap those holes, get the screws to run through them. Now I put a little Loctite in there to make sure that they stay in tight and that they're not loose when firing, and this mount's actually proven to be very good, and I'm going to make another video on shooting it so that you can actually see the accuracy of it itself. Now I'll show you how to put that mount on. Now as for the mount itself, basically it runs along the grooves. As you can see on the mount itself right over here, there's actually grooves that run through there. You just line it up. And you run it along the rail until it stops. Now basically, all you have to do is you just tighten one screw at a time, which is pretty much self-explanatory anyways, but tighten the screws. and it's on there pretty rock solid. I mean, it has no play, no wiggle, as in the dust covers, which I've replaced about 5 times. None of them seem to hold 0 when you put a scope on them because there's always wiggle room. So it either goes to the left or the right, and you'll have your groups all over the paper. So I just stopped messing around with the dust covers and just replaced it all together. And the reason for this particular model SKS, I've had multiple. I've had Russian, Yugoslavian, every type there is, and it all depends on which kind you get, but more often than none, the Yugoslavians are more accurate than most of the other brands, and I don't know why. They are the hardest to work on. It's hard to replace anything on them. You got to drill, custom fit everything onto them, so just be watching for that. I'll have my next video on shooting coming soon. Just stay tuned for that.